This is my whole system. These are my 20 and my feedback loops included. I started with distant relatives and worked my way all the way around to television. Each one of my connections are strong. I really didn't have any weak or medium size or medium type of connections. So as you can see, they have all have red. I have a few negatives. My negatives are volunteer work, strangers, television, and that is all. The rest are mostly all positive. Some of the outputs that I put on was a few of them was work. I had some outputs like gave me better work ethic, taught me how to budget and save money. For distant relatives, some of the outputs was trying not to forget relatives' names that you never get to meet again, and taught me how to lie and talk all types of different things. Some of the global issue outputs was that changes in security in our country, some of the different tensions, a lot of racial tension from Middle East and other things, and also some of the big global issues have been global warming and the differences in temperatures has been some significant differences. My community, some of the outputs from my community taught me a lot about respecting others and myself. Also taught me to, a lot of the community taught me how to just be myself and self-respect and self-reliant. For my girlfriend one, taught me not to, well, some of the outputs was learning how to deal with headaches, ironically. Cultural impacts, I would have to say being careful of your surroundings and watching everything has been a huge output after the Boston bombings and 9/11 and other things. Volunteer work, not one of my strongest suits. I've only volunteered at my church, so some of the outputs I said was just learning more about myself and others and helping others. I'm gonna move around. Strangers. This is a kind of a negative one for me. Had some issues in the past. Some outputs I learned is not to trust everyone you see just because they have a nice smile and face and candy in their hands. Social norms, some of the outputs was to learning how to let people in. I learned a lot how to be independent and not dependent. And don't always go with your first thought. For television was a negative one for me. The output was, for me watching, well, the input into the output was that I watched too much TV and I had a little eye injury. Was the output of that issue. I had to stop watching so much TV. Acquaintances. Some of the outputs was teaching me how to greet better. I wouldn't be so quiet. I am talkative, but not to new people. Recreational teams, the output was building my character and learning how to play with others and not be so stingy. One of my other ones was video games. I talked about the output was stronger thumbs, and I've won some prize money for different games I played for playing well or above the approach. Immediate family. Some of the outputs was teaching me love and caring and kindness and passion for my mom and also for my dad. We're gonna move over here. To networks. Networks like social media. Not a big social media guy, but some of the outputs was that I don't have as many crazy issues with other things because I don't use it as much. Friends, the output was learning how to be more social and more productive, and always having good company and someone to talk to. Church output was learning more about God, reading the Bible, and learning how to forgive others. Education, the output was just getting to this point and hopefully getting my degree soon. Last but not least, work. I don't remember if I spoke about this, but pretty much just learning how to budget and everything. I believe I did. These are my feedback loops. I only have 3 negative feedback loops. Most of them are positive. I learned great depth and other things with it, but I think the biggest negative one was the stranger one. Stranger danger is very important. I think that's over here. Stranger danger is very important, and don't speak to people you don't know. Always follow your first instinct. This is my whole system. Hope you guys got a little tour and lesson on this. Thank you so much.